The Zevo likes to talk about life while he's shooting people in the face. The Zevo.
What is going on, everybody? It's Lezevo here. You're looking at some Battlefield 4 beta gameplay. This is something that I was really excited about. I was even more excited to play it when my Grand Theft Auto online character suddenly vanished. I don't know if you guys have followed that at all, but Rockstar's been having all kinds of issues with this GTA Online launch. One of those issues being my character, who was level 20 with an apartment and all that good stuff, just gone, just completely gone. I was like, oh, dude, it's like all that worked. I don't know if it's actually work. It wasn't like hard work. It was fun, but it's all that time. You know, you invest time into something, and your guy's getting bigger, stronger, faster. All of a sudden, he's gone, and you got to start over. It's just like, it makes you not even want to play the game. So I got a little bit frustrated with it. Jumped over, played some Battlefield, and I'm actually loving this game. As you see this building crash in the background, this Leveloution, as they're calling it. It's pretty cool. There's some cool stuff in it. I wanted to do like a little review, things I like, things I don't like, and as the video plays, I'll just mention things. Right here, you're seeing the kill cams are different than Battlefield 3, which I like. Yeah, one of the most frustrating things is you'd get killed in Battlefield 3, and like you wouldn't be able to tell where the guy killed you from. It just kind of zooms. It shows you like his body, but you're looking at him, and it kind of sucked. Sometimes he'd be a sniper in the hill. You have no clue. Well, this one is kind of cool because it actually kind of shows your body, the direction of where the kill came from, and it sort of highlights the guy in orange, which is sweet. I like that. This is all from one game, by the way. This is me. I just kind of edited things up, kind of to make it a little bit shorter. I watched the El Presador video, which I don't watch a lot of his stuff anymore, but I watched one of his videos, and he said this was like a marathon simulator. And in a way, on consoles it is, because you can only play 16 versus 16 on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. And so they've kind of shrunk the maps down, but they're still really big. You know, you're taking a map that's designed for 32 versus 32 and making it a little bit smaller. So there's a lot more running around, so I kind of edit out those parts. I edited out the marathon simulator parts. But I'm using the assault kit in this class, by the way, which it starts you off with the grenade launcher. This is one of my first few games. It's not my first game. It's probably, I don't know, maybe my third, fourth game, call it that. And so it comes with a noob tube, and I was just making use of it throughout the video here. You'll see that. I don't normally run a noob tube, but I like the defibrillators. I'm a team player. But anyway, there's some things I like. I'm not sure, like, the one thing you'll notice if you're a Battlefield player, if you played Battlefield 3, is that the graphics on this beta are terrible. They're worse than Battlefield 3. Now, I've been talking to some people, and they've read things, they've seen things, and one of the things that they've seen is that DICE kind of dumbed it down a little bit so that it could be downloadable, which makes sense to me. Whenever you get the discs, usually you got to install the HD texture pack. I don't know if you remember doing all that stuff. Look at this pistol work right here. I think that was 3-piece. But you'll have to install like the HD texture pack and all that, and this is obviously without that. I mean, in some ways it reminded me of like Battlefield Modern Combat graphics, especially the water. You'll see that later on in the video. But so the graphics, just know that it's a beta. Don't pay too much attention to it. They're gonna be better when the game releases, when you can install the things that need to be installed on the hard drive or whatever. But so the graphics are what they are. It plays a lot like Battlefield 3, which makes sense. I mean, Battlefield 3 was a great game. Don't change it too much. They did modify the controls a little bit, which I like. So the way you used to spot people in Battlefield, there's no UAVs or anything, so the way you used to basically spot people, see people on the map, is you can let your teammates know by spotting them. It was always the back button on the Xbox controller. I think it was select on PlayStation 3, and that's been changed now. So now it's the right button on the Xbox controller, probably R2 on PlayStation 3 if I had to guess. And that makes it kind of nice because you don't have to take your thumbs off the stick to spot people. which was always an issue in Battlefield. You know, you'd have to move your left thumb over to select, and so now it's kind of more fluid. The only downside is unless you use like a claw grip, you can't really fire and spot people at the same time. So you'll have to let it lay off the fire button or whatever. But all in all, I like the change. I think it's a positive change. It doesn't. I know people are saying the game doesn't feel as sluggish to them, and I guess I can agree with that. It's not as smooth as Call of Duty. It's not 60 frames per second. I believe it will be on the next-gen consoles, but right now it's not. So for 360 and PlayStation, you're still looking at good old 30 frames a second. But it seems like it's going to be a fun game so far. I like the Leveloution idea. You know, you saw the building crash. They got some other things coming up, like some of the maps have like the hurricane that comes and things like that. I like the idea of the map being a little bit dynamic. You know, that building, it's not like on a timer, like on a Call of Duty map where something always happens at a certain time. Like remember Launch on Black Ops where the missile takes off and it always happens like at the same time? It's not like that. That building won't come down unless it's taken down. There's like pillars that have to be detonated at the bottom of the building, and then whatever, it comes down. But it doesn't always come down. It doesn't have to come down. It's not built into the map. It's dynamic, so it changes. And there's a lot of elements like that. There's other buildings and structures and walls that collapse and move and change. And there's buttons to press to drop gates and raise pillars on the bridge to block tanks and things like that. There's a lot of unique things. I like the concept of Leveloution. I really like it. Here you can see some of the bad water graphics and some of the glitchy textures and things. But again, it's just beta, you know. Pay more attention to what they're trying to do in the game, less to the graphics and things like that. And all in all, I'm kind of enjoying it. I've been playing mostly with the Assault class, a little bit with the Engineer class, as you see me. About to pull off like a triple knife. There's one. And going only use me blade style right here. But the sniper rifle you start with in this game is just all hit markers for me. I don't know. I'm not that great with it anyway, and I barely used it, so I'm not really going to comment too much. But that's more of gun balancing and things like that, which obviously that takes, you know, that'll be tweaked as we go for the next, you know, year or two or whatever. But again, I don't pay much attention to that. I really am having fun with the game. I like the spawn-in system, being able to select which teammate you want to spawn in on and kind of see a vision of what he's seeing. That's a pretty cool feature to me too. That's new. So you can kind of see, oh, this guy's in trouble. I don't really want to spawn in on him and take a bullet and die immediately. Like, it gives you a better idea of that. I think you'll see that coming up here. But I like that feature. The one thing I don't like is when you reload, whatever guns or whatever bullets are in your clip, you just lose those. Like normally you don't lose bullets if you start with 120 and you shoot 10, and reload, you'll still get to keep whatever was in your clip, but not in this game. It's a little bit different. So I don't know. There's all in all, I think we have a lot to hope for and look forward to. I can't wait to see it on next-gen consoles. It looks great on PC, so I'm really looking forward to it. But I'm reserving judgment on graphics and graphical errors right now. But all in all, I've been having fun with it. I think ultimately that's the important thing when it comes to these games, is that you're enjoying yourself and having fun. So that was one of my first games, 29-8, and my little review. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know if I missed anything or if there's something else you guys want to know from me. That's it. Thanks.